Okay, on this video, when you want to work on the tool holder to get that plug in place, the first thing you're going to want to do is go back to your tool holder. On the drawings that I gave you, there was a lot of round-off error, so it's best to go back to that particular part, that tool holder. If you can either edit or right-click and open, either one, doesn't matter. I think opening is a lot easier. You can see the components. Or you don't have to see all the other components, and you can just see what you need on this. But on that revolution, if you go back and edit the sketch, it should come up there. It'll show me my part. Make sure that this angle is 60 degrees. On the drawing I had, going from the bottom up to the center point was 0.375, and with all the different numbers on there and all the round off error, this doesn't end up being 60 degrees, so change that and make that 60 degrees, and then finish the sketch and get out of that part. And I'm going to save that, so that when we come back into that component, now we can go in here and work. Now I've got some plugs here, and let's see where they're at. But the first thing you're going to want to do is on one of these plugs, we'll delete the constraints on that. And I don't have my hardware in here on this particular piece, so I'll get to that here in just a minute. But on the upper member, I'm going to hide that just for a minute. So let's see if this is the one. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so that's my component. Now the first thing I'm going to do is, of course, I'm going to go back and turn on the upper member. I need to see that, but what I want to do first is constrain that, and I want to mate the axis of this plug and the axis of the hole. So I got to make sure I get the axis, and I'll go ahead and I'm just going to hit OK on that. And now I'm going to turn that upper member off so that I can see my piece there. And now you'll note that, and this thing looks like it's going crazy, but that's no big deal. So I'm going to move that in there a little closer, and then I should be able to just use a tangent. So let's pick this face right here. Oops, I didn't make a tangent, sorry. I want this face right here, and let's zoom in here, and I want that face right there. And I guess I did in my original mate. Oh, note that mate's got a big number in there. It's supposed to be 0 on that. That thing's, for some reason, I've been getting some crazy numbers there. And there you can see what we end up with. So it's tangent, and those two faces meet up. So we'll go back and redo this. So I got this piece here. So the first thing I want to do again is turn on the upper member, and I want to mate this axis to the axis of the hole, making sure that's 0. Okay, so you can see that. Then I'm going to hide that upper member again, and I'm going to go in here and do a tangent between this face here and that flat face right there, and that takes care of that. Now if I had my my other component in there, and that's going to be the set screw, so under the fasteners, set screw, and I want a hexagon socket head flat point, so there's that right there. Hit OK, and I believe, if I remember correctly, that was a 3/8. So there's the 3/8, and I think it was 0.51. It was coarse threads. I'll put one in for now. And we want the hexagon part out, so we'll just do an insert, this face here, and if I can get in there, it'll be that face right there. And those two components then will work together as we work throughout this. And I'll turn my upper member back on, and you can see it is right out at the edge, pretty flush with that. So that's the way we would put those two components in there.